This is Alex Perez and Mike Morales.
We're here with at Sipping Off the Cuff, and Alex, we're going to try something new today. We're going to try
Impress me with your gadgets, Mike.
We've got some gadgets that I think it's going to be very interesting what we're going to do. We have a Venturi, this is the name of the company, a Venturi aerator. Now, some of you guys who wine guys out there, or people who are into wine, you're a wine guy. Some of you are familiar with what an aerator does. It actually shoots oxygen into any liquid, primarily wine. It allows the wine to open up and bloom,
to breathe,
yeah, much quicker than it would in a glass, because we have to swirl, we have to let it sit there for.
Or you decant it. When they decant it, you pour it into another receptacle and let it open up.
Let it open up. Now, this is a really clever item. I thought this was brought to my attention by the CEO of Montalvo. His name is Alex Vieco, and Alex is a big proponent of aerating your tequila.
Which isn't usually done.
No,
it's unheard of. No one aerates their tequila.
Everybody does it with wine. Many people I've heard people have done it with wine. I've never watched it done before. I thought when he asked me that question, do you aerate your tequila? I thought he was talking about, well, do you swirl it? Do we swirl it? And, yeah, and of course you do that. I let mine sit for almost an hour before I go to it. If I open up a bottle, a new bottle we've never had. But with the Venturi aerator, this is going to be really interesting. Watch what this is. This is a branded. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's a etched with Montalvo's logo. Beautiful presentation, as you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to taste test the Montalvo through the aerator, and we're going to compare it to what we've already poured in the glass without aerating. Okay.
Okay. So we already poured just like you normally pour in a real glass.
If you can see the aerator here, it is this particular aerator has got notches. It's measured. You have 3 measurements, I believe, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to try the small measurement.
Do you have to put the glass under it?
No. Watch how this works. This is so cool, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. All right. So you pour the sample.
So you pour it in the receptacle.
You pour it in the receptacle, and imagine that for those of you who have ordered bottles of wine, or you bottle service in Vegas or at a nice high-end restaurant, and the server comes out and says, sure, you would like a snifter or a champagne glass or a Riedel glass of your favorite tequila. And they come to your table, just like when they make guacamole at your table.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out, boys and girls. Mira. Look at this. See if you can see that. You've probably heard that too, right? This particular aerator, this aerator there's a science behind it. There's 2 pieces behind this aerator. One is called the Venturi effect, and the other one is the Bernoulli theory. And both of these I'm going to cover in a blog post real soon about Venturi. So you'll get an idea of what this is. But this is based on physics, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a gimmick. And basically what it does is it shoots air through this little receptacle here that made noise.
So what was that noise?
It's just oxygen going through. It's just letting it through. If you look,
so the weight of the liquid is being forced through
the. But it's the lever. There's a lever that goes up as opposed to down, see? And that going up forces it to be oxygenated. That's how these work. So now you have an instantly opened up aerated sample of tequila. And I'm going to do this again so you and I can both taste this.
Okay, so this is your aerated.
Yeah, that's aerated. We don't want to mix these up. And we're going to do this again. Let's see if I can find the notch there. Okay, we'll just do that. And one more, and you take that little button, this little side button right here, and see the bubbles? You see the bubbles of air that go through it? It's a beautiful presentation. Look at this is faceted. I think it's almost acrylic. It's a faceted acrylic, if I'm not mistaken. And There you go. There's your sample. There's your drink of the evening.
Serving.
You're serving.
Yeah.
All right. So
you want to try it?
yeah.
Which one do you want to try first?
Let's try the aerated one
This
first.
is aerated first.
Right. Now see, I'm getting a lot more of the notes. The nose. I'm getting more nose.
Yeah, you definitely get a little bit more. Or more of the nose that wasn't with the first pour.
Exactly.
And we'll be able to compare it with the other one.
Yes.
We'll compare it now.
Let's do it. This is aerated.
Oh, yes.
Non-aerated.
I get nothing.
Yeah. And we were saying originally this is very subtle. Remember, I said that in our earlier of the original pour of Montalvo. I said it's very subtle for a triple distillation. Now I'm getting way more bouquet. It's sharper.
The Venturi just opened it up. That's what it did.
Yep.
How about taste?
Let's see what we get. Mm.
That's amazing.
Is this the same booze?
That's very different on the palate.
It's very different. Everything is sharper, in my opinion. What do you think?
It is sharp. Sharper.
It's sharper, hotter. You feel the pepper. You feel more of the
peppers pop out in your mouth.
The more herbaceousness. Now you know that this is a lowlands tequila.
Wow.
In my opinion, without the aerator, the flavors were muted. The bouquet was there's what the aerator does for me, if I can term it as anything, it takes the static out of it, clarifies your radio station. All right, it takes the static out of your cable television. It's way sharper. It's the difference between shooting in film and shooting in HD. We're tasting in HD, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're
watching us in HD.
We're watching us, and now you're tasting it. If you could get any closer, you'd be able to smell it. I really feel that this is something that may really open up your eyes by using a Venturi aerator. The name of the company is Venturi. Now, what's interesting is that the physics theories that these are based on, that this particular item is based on, is Venturi effect. And they were very clever to take the name Venturi. If you do your research, and we'll be able to do that for you on a future blog for Tequila Aficionado and TequilaJournalist.com. We'll explain what this is, but it is based on physics. It is not. It's not a gimmick. And I think that this is something that operators can look into. I think as consumers, you would probably enjoy your shot of tequila, your snifter of tequila, much more. I think the presentation's beautiful, as you can see. This is just really nice. Look great in your bar. Look really good next to your decanter. It's not unattractive, and people will go, "Well, what's that?"
No, it's a good lucky piece.
Yeah.
I want to play devil's advocate. Do you think the consumer will actually go through the trouble of doing that, pouring it, that extra step of pouring it, pressing the button down?
It's an unknown quantity, because the Venturi makes these for spirits. I mean, this is one that was branded by Montalvo, but people are pouring their scotch, they're pouring their whiskeys, they're pouring their rums. Give it a try. It's definitely an extra tool. If for instance, you're going to use glassware like this from the Real Corporation, or other glassware that we're looking to get, future sipping off the cuffs will have different types of glassware from other companies, so that we can compare notes. But if you're going to use this kind of glassware, or you're going to use champagne flutes, for instance, you're going to have friends over. I don't think that doing the extra step, what you pour it in here, you put water.
Actually,
it's way faster. It's faster, in my opinion.
You have a measured pour.
Yes.
Which is good. You have a measured pour.
Right there, the notches.
And it actually brought this out. It brought out the Montalvo.
And we'll use it periodically, I think, Alex. In the future sipping off the cuffs, you'll see us pull out the Venturi.
We'll have to do some experimenting.
Yes, we're going to play around with it. And you should too. So give it a try. Venturi aerators with Montalvo tequila. I'm Mike Morales.
Alex Perez. You're listening and watching us, probably on YouTube or somewhere else out there on the internet. You're listening to Sipping Off the Cuff. This is TequilaAficionado.com. And as always, sip wisely.